What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Vivo X70 Pro Plus and OnePlus 10 Pro. I've been using this Vivo X70 Pro Plus for almost 5 months now, and OnePlus 10 Pro, yeah, it's already about a month. Well, I have done separate camera comparison videos between OnePlus 10 Pro, Vivo iQOO 9 Pro, Xiaomi 12 Pro and Samsung Galaxy S21 FE. If you're interested in those videos, then please don't forget to check my channel and watch those videos. Well, before we start the video, one moment for the sponsor of this video, AceFast. I personally use AceFast TWS Bluetooth earbuds. These are very much affordable and at the same time offers a very good performance. Okay, it's time to start our camera comparison video between this Vivo X70 Pro Plus and OnePlus 10 Pro. If you have any other camera comparison request, then please don't forget to make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Yeah, as I've mentioned in my other videos, it's very cold outside. I thought today it's warm enough, but when I came out I found that yeah, it's even worse. Today it's like minus 10 degrees Celsius and it's pretty cold. I really don't like to go out. I mean, I really don't want to come outside and walk around in winter, but I have to do this to do the camera comparison videos, and I always do this for my subscribers and regular viewers. So one request, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe, support true content. None of these brands have sent me any review units, so I had to spend a lot of money. I had to pull a lot of strings to get these smartphones so fast. Yeah, it's difficult and I wish that you understand I'm doing all these things for you. Anyway, check carefully which smartphone has rendered my skin tone correctly, which smartphone has rendered colors correctly, which smartphone has better dynamic range, and which smartphone has a better stabilization. Check all these and make a comment. Let me know which smartphone selfie camera do you prefer. Yeah, it's very cold. Let's flip to rear cameras. I wanna go inside. Well, keep watching and let me know what do you think about these two smartphones.
What I need you to do is love me.
In my last camera comparison video, some of my subscribers have requested me to walk on this frozen lake. Here it goes. I was really nervous and afraid, but I did it. I have walked on a frozen lake. These video clips were recorded in 4K 60 frames per second. Both have done well, but after carefully checking the clips, Vivo has done slightly better.
My head is a wreck when I don't have you near me.
Let's start differently. I usually don't do this. I mean, usually we do not start a camera comparison video with human subject photos. But things are different in this comparison. Some of the photos are taken in auto mode and some of the photos are taken in pro mode. I will clearly mention which photos are taken in pro mode. On paper, both have very good hardware. Vivo X70 Pro Plus is well known for its camera performance, while OnePlus has already lost its charm. These days, it's all about how worse it performs compared to its glory days.
What I need you to do is go.
Most of the time, people forget that there is no flawless device. Both the Vivo X70 Pro Plus and the OnePlus 10 Pro has failed to maintain exposure in different occasions. But OnePlus has failed more frequently, while Vivo X70 Pro Plus has performed more consistently. These photos were taken in auto mode. Vivo X70 Pro Plus has grabbed more details. Skin tone is almost close to reality. Color rendition, contrast and exposure. Everything looks better on Vivo X70 Pro Plus. As OnePlus 10 Pro comes with good hardware, I wanted to check how far it can go. These set of photos are taken in pro mode. I took my time, gone through a few settings and bang! OnePlus 10 Pro can also take good pictures. But once I get back to auto mode, it's the same old story. That means OnePlus has baked this beauty effect into its algorithm and they didn't even try to optimize the software to get the best out of its good hardware. I cannot deny that Vivo has done the same. I mean, Vivo X70 Pro Plus also has some sort of beauty effect, but it's not as heavy as OnePlus 10 Pro. X70 Pro Plus at least gets more details and processed textures with clarity.
Is it right when I don't have you near me? Now it's too late, too loud. We move through the crowd, look for the best way out. Your hands all over my body, whispered words in the backseat.
I don't know why, but OnePlus has again updated their camera software and denied to use its telephoto lens for portrait mode. In their defense, they say it's good to use the main sensor cause it grabs more details, provides less distortion and helps to get better subject isolation. I'm not sure whether I am amused by the excuses or am I frustrated, cause we can still take 3.3 times zoom portrait photos with a few workarounds. Funny OnePlus. Anyway, Vivo X70 Pro Plus has slightly warmer color temperature but color grading is more natural. In terms of details and textures, of course, Vivo X70 Pro Plus is ahead of OnePlus 10 Pro. Edge detection, edge cutouts and separation between the subject and the background is almost similar in easy lighting condition. However, when we have moved to a more complex environment with a messy background, OnePlus has started to fall more frequently and its performance dropped to mid-range level. We have already talked about beauty effect in previous segment. Things are almost the same on Vivo X70 Pro Plus, while it got way worse on OnePlus 10 Pro. I know some OnePlus fanboys would come forward and try to argue. OnePlus has managed to identify those pink flowers, it has bokeh effect on those. Come on, let me crop in. OnePlus 10 Pro has actually even failed to identify the subject. Those flowers should be in focus because the subject is interacting with those flowers. Only a few super flagships can do this. Clearly, OnePlus 10 Pro is not one of those.
Clearly. My head is a wreck when I don't have you near me.
Both of these smartphones are capable of recording videos in 8K, and you know what? I'm surprised by the performance of OnePlus 10 Pro. Superb stabilization, very good color reproduction and more details. A lot of things goes in favor of OnePlus 10 Pro, but poor exposure is an issue. Overall, I would go with OnePlus 10 Pro if I ever needed to record 8K videos, but I'm not into 8K cause I think this is premature. Maybe the next generation smartphones will bring the best of 8K.
Love me. What I need you to do is your hands up on my body. What I need you to do is whisper words in the backseat. What I need you to do is your hands up on my body. What I need you to do is whisper words in the backseat. What I need you to do is love me.
Time to check some nighttime low-light videos. These videos were recorded in 4K 30 frames per second. Vivo X70 Pro Plus and OnePlus 10 Pro both have shown their strengths and tried hard to reproduce something amazing. I am not surprised to see OnePlus 10 Pro has almost beaten Vivo X70 Pro Plus. Stabilization, contrast and exposure is slightly better on Vivo, but OnePlus has better color grading, more brightness without any additional noise, and sometimes even processed more details with clarity.
What I need you to do is love me. Love me. What I need you to do is love.
I always say indoor photos are more interesting and most of the smartphones fails to reproduce quality photos in indoor environment. Look at these photos. OnePlus has totally failed to get the correct color, textures are a bit too soft and brightness is higher than necessary. Not once or twice, in several occasions. I have noticed Vivo X70 Pro Plus has better focus metering, better exposure, but this doesn't mean OnePlus 10 Pro has totally failed. Depending on ambient light type, light source and help of manual exposure, OnePlus 10 Pro has also done well. Like these photos, I have used Pro mode and one more time OnePlus 10 Pro stood on its ground, fought toe to toe with Vivo X70 Pro Plus. But there is a thing that makes a big difference between Vivo X70 Pro Plus and other flagships. That's Zeiss star-coated lens. Look at these two center lights. Without any hesitation, Vivo X70 Pro Plus has done better. Not only the lights, check those curtains at the background. This is another set of photos I have cropped in. Look at this. How a round-shaped bulb became square-shaped in the photo taken with OnePlus 10 Pro. Isn't it funny? When I have started this comparison, I knew that Vivo X70 Pro Plus may prove to be the better one, but I didn't expect such a big difference in performance. I have checked 78 indoor photos, and these are the photos where OnePlus 10 Pro actually came close to Vivo X70 Pro Plus. Now you can imagine how worse are those other photos. Once in a while I have tried to take photos in Pro mode, and only then I have managed to get some nice comparable photos from OnePlus 10 Pro.
These sheets, your smell, can't be by myself. I'm asking for your help. What I need you to do is love me. Love me. What I need you to do is love me.
These video clips were recorded in 1080p 60 frames per second in our underground garage. Both the Vivo X70 Pro Plus and the OnePlus 10 Pro has reproduced crisp and clear video clips. Vivo is ahead with better stabilization, but OnePlus has really fought neck and neck.
My head is a wreck when I don't have you near me. Now it's too late, too loud. We move through the crowd, look for the best way out. Your hands all over my body, whisper words in the backseat. What I need you to do is love me. Love me. Yeah. What I need you to do is love me.
OnePlus 10 Pro Night Mode is one of the best among all the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 smartphones available now. So I had very high hopes for a tight competition. But Vivo X70 Pro Plus is a beast. It's a night mode monster. OnePlus 10 Pro looks like a budget flagship beside this Vivo X70 Pro Plus. Okay, before we talk about DENS, I will let you check some night mode photos and enjoy the music.
Those green eyes, sweet lips, your hands on my hips, our puzzle pieces fit. These sheets, your smell, can't be by myself. I'm asking for your help. What I need you to do is love me. Love me.
I have my own method to check night mode photos. Most of my regular viewers, they know about this. DENS, details, exposure, noise and shadows. But today, here we have another factor differentiating the quality of the photos. That's Perfect Imperfection by Zeiss. Zeiss have been spending millions to get perfect lens flares. I think Vivo X70 Pro Plus got the best performance under harsh direct lights hitting the lens. I have taken many photos, checked each photo 100 times to make sure this comparison represents the reality. Vivo X70 Pro Plus continued to reproduce photos with better exposure and less noise. I must say, X70 Pro Plus most of the time has managed to render colors with soft natural tone, while OnePlus 10 Pro goes for saturation. Also, if you don't know yet, then Vivo X70 Pro Plus got its own customized V1 ISP. Overall low light performance of Vivo X70 Pro Plus is 10 times better than OnePlus 10 Pro.
What I need you to do is love.
I was surprised when I have compared OnePlus 10 Pro with Xiaomi 12 Pro and iQOO 9 Pro. OnePlus 10 Pro zoom performance in low light is way better than those. Truly, I'm happy to see it has fought toe-to-toe with X70 Pro Plus in 5 times zoom photos. I really didn't expect this. Once we go beyond 5 times zoom, OnePlus falls far behind. But at 3.3 times zoom, OnePlus has done slightly better cause it has a dedicated telephoto lens for 3.3 times optical zoom. Vivo with its 2 times optical zoom capabilities has also done well, and in some 3.3 times zoom photos, it has almost beaten OnePlus 10 Pro. Things are almost the same in daytime zoom photos. Vivo X70 Pro Plus has fought very well with OnePlus 10 Pro in 3.3 times zoom, while OnePlus has managed to fight well with Vivo X70 Pro Plus in 5 times zoom photos. OnePlus may have got some improvement in its algorithm through this new update, cause almost a week ago, OnePlus 10 Pro daytime zoom photos wasn't as good as it is today. But it's clear that OnePlus cannot push too much. I have tried to take a few 10 times zoom photos. Vivo X70 Pro Plus has continued to provide delightful performance.
My head is a wreck when I don't have you near me. Now it's too late, too loud. We move through the crowd, look for the best way out.
Another set of 4K 30 frames per second video clips, and one more time, I'm surprised. At the beginning, I thought OnePlus 10 Pro has done better, but after checking a few times, I think Vivo X70 Pro Plus has done better. OnePlus 10 Pro sometimes grabbed more details, but once again, Vivo has rendered natural true-to-life colors and exposure is way better. It's clear that OnePlus produced social media ready, eye-pleasing crisp video clips, while Vivo doesn't care about the vibrance. It cares about keeping the reality. You may choose any of these two based on your preferences and requirements.
Those green eyes, sweet lips, your hands on my hips, our puzzle pieces fit. These sheets, your smell, can't be by myself. I'm asking for your help. What I need you to do is love me. Love me. What I need you to do is love me. Love me. We dance in the dark, but I see you clearly. My head is a wreck.
At the beginning, I must mention OnePlus 10 Pro comes with a mediocre Samsung ISOCELL JN1 sensor. It's a 50 megapixel sensor, while Vivo X70 Pro Plus comes with a Sony IMX598 48 megapixel sensor, and that one is sitting on a gimbal stabilizer. AI was enabled and HDR was set to auto. I have left AI enabled because that shows the power of computational photography. I wanted to check how good is this new ISP that comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Both comes with very wide ultra-wide lens. OnePlus 10 Pro got a gimmicky 150-degree ultra-wide lens, but that one has a lot more distortion. In terms of details, Vivo X70 Pro Plus has grabbed more details and processed textures with very good sharpness. On the other hand, OnePlus 10 Pro processed textures with too much sharpness and sometimes shadows are crushed. OnePlus 10 Pro has gone with stylistic rendition of colors, while Vivo X70 Pro Plus produced photos with almost natural color tone. OnePlus 10 Pro comes with the same sensor, Sony IMX789, that OnePlus 9 Pro came with. This is a 48 megapixel custom sensor for OnePlus, and Vivo X70 Pro Plus comes with Samsung GN1 50 megapixel sensor. It's also the same sensor that they have used in Vivo X60 Pro Plus. I have taken 5 set of photos with AI enabled, and then I have taken 5 set of photos without AI. So you can check the differences between AI and no AI. In general, OnePlus 10 Pro has continued to process photos with stylistic rendition of colors. Sometimes shadows are crushed, sometimes it has less details, sometimes textures are processed with too much sharpness, and sometimes it's overexposed. Dynamic range seems very similar, but it is mostly due to the new ISP and synthetic processing of OnePlus 10 Pro. OnePlus 10 Pro has managed to add synthetic processing, however, in some occasions it has overprocessed. And the sky color is totally different than what it was in real life. Definitely, the sky wasn't that blue. Vivo X70 Pro Plus has grabbed more details, processed textures with clarity, and managed exposure with perfection. It has also rendered colors better than OnePlus 10 Pro, and color rendition of Vivo X70 Pro Plus is true to life. The sky color tone is almost perfect. I know a lot depends on personal preferences. I also have my own preferences, and depending on my preference, I would go with Vivo X70 Pro Plus because once a photo is taken, you cannot add details. You can change color temperature, you can do some editing and fix color grading, but OnePlus 10 Pro has failed to grab more details, and that makes the biggest difference. This is interesting. A few weeks ago, I have released a camera comparison video where I was frustrated that Vivo cannot produce good 4K videos in low light. Vivo has pushed a beta update, and look at this. It's amazing. But that's not the point. The point is OnePlus 10 Pro with its new update can also do the same. Both have performed way better than any other super flagships in this type of harsh lighting condition. Anyway, among these two smartphones, Vivo is better than OnePlus by a good margin.
Love me. What I need you to do is love me. Love me. We dance in the dark, but I see you clearly.
I'm not a selfie person. Moreover, none of these two smartphones can take good selfie photos. I think it's totally down to personal preferences. I will leave this to you. Check these photos carefully and let me know which smartphone actually has done better. Okay, yeah, it's time for a verdict. I think we already know Vivo X70 Pro Plus is the winner. But yes, I have a bit of a hope because with two updates, OnePlus 10 Pro is actually getting better. I mean, the camera performance of OnePlus 10 Pro has become a lot better than what it was at the beginning after the release. So if OnePlus actually try hard, if they really want to make it better, I think they can make it better. And as I know that you are working on a camera-centric flagship, I know that you can do this one better. Anyway, if you have liked this video, then please take your time and click on the like button. Please subscribe to this channel, support us, support true content.